This brand new video series is all about experiencing some of the most weird, wonderful and wacky camping setups imaginable, and it's safe to say that this and this definitely ticks all the boxes. Pull over, you nonce! Oh my god! Mate, look at this! This is bloody brilliant! Today we're going to be checking out an old school car camping setup that would have been roaming the roads back in the 1930s. The Moris Minor, one of the most iconic British cars ever built. This four-seater family car was born back in 1969 and has become an old English classic. This week I'm pairing it up with one of the world's smallest camper vans and spending the next 24 hours eating, sleeping and living using this setup. Well, it's safe to say that this should be good fun. Let's take this puppy for a drive and see what driving a 1969 vehicle is all about. I've never driven a car without power steering, and I've never driven a car this old before. So God knows what's going to happen. See you later, mate. Ta-ta. Fucking hell. It sounds like it's going to explode. Pull over, you nonce! Oh my god! Jesus Christ, I almost just wiped out the wing mirror. Whoa! Just popped out of gear. Honestly, I've never felt a brake like this in my life. I think I'm going to start driving this thing like an absolute grandma. This feels a little bit safer. I don't know if it gets any more British than this, driving a Moris Minor, which is one of the most iconic British cars ever, and driving in the Essex English countryside. Come on, Moris Minor with the Teardrop! Let's go! Peasants, good day, peasants! Ha ha! Hello, sir! They bloody love it, the locals! One thing you don't want to do when you're driving a vehicle like this, an old school car, is wear shoes that are too big, because I'm just stepping all over my toes trying to change and shift gear and also brake at the same time. Oh shit, what was that? Oh god. The brakes are an absolute liability. I think we're about to go on the motorway. Which I have no idea if that's a good or a bad idea. I'm at fourth gear at the minute, sitting around 35 miles an hour, and just you wait until we get to 50 to 60 miles an hour and listen to the engine. Oh God. I don't know why I've done this, but I've come to an Asda to pick up some dinner for tonight. So I have absolutely no idea where the hell I'm going to park this thing. I'm going to go and grab myself some dinner to cook up tonight, and then we're going to get back on the road and take this thing for a little bit more of a drive. Tonight's drink and water is sorted. Time to remember which bloody key it is to open this up. Probably helps if I unlock it. There we go. for the moment, we're just shoving everything straight inside here. We're gonna make our way to another park up, and then I'm gonna show you what this setup is all about. If I can again remember how to shut this thing, there's a bit of a knack to it. No, a knack which I've not quite worked out. Fuck me, not again. He said it goes something like that. Put the key in, turn, but it doesn't go all the way around. Any ideas? Oh, come on, you bastard. Please lock. I think that's locked. Oh my God. I did this once earlier, but now it won't fucking lock. There's something wedged in. It doesn't look like it's fully closed there. I think that's it. Ah, job's a good one. It's about time, I think, that we make our way to a park up and spend the night in the Teardrop, as I'm going to be taking its wild camping virginity. This is tonight's park up. It's not bad at all, and I cannot wait for a night inside a tin box. Usually I'm used to cooking inside a nice, warm, toasty van, but tonight the Teardrop doesn't quite have enough space for a kitchen, so we're cooking outside in the elements if I can actually open up this bloody box. Jesus, how many bloody gas cans has he got? Where's my bloody sausage gone? Here it is. Right, we've got some tortellini, some onions, some peppers. Oh my God. I probably should have set this up properly, shouldn't I? Oh, what a nightmare this is. Get me back to my van, please. Sausage on the bloody floor. Never stroked a sausage quite like this. Hopefully that should do the job. It's so funny because if somebody walked past and saw a fucking Teardrop, a Moris Minor, and the most dodgy looking cooking setup going on in winter, they'd be thinking, what the fuck is that bloke doing? Oh yes, we're cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen. Sake. You don't mind a bit of dirt, do you? Good. I don't know why I didn't decide to just stick to stealth camping in my van. Why have I decided to make my life more difficult purely for your entertainment? One thing I've forgotten to get is oil, as always, so I'm hoping the fat and the juices from my saucisson should do the trick. Mate, this is going to take bloody ages to cook outside. Oh no, don't say the gas is going. This is literally going to take hours. If it was pissing down with rain, we'd have to go and get a fish and chips or something.
A few moments later.
I can't lie, we've had to cheat tonight because if you're wondering why is my van here as well as the Teardrop, that's because I've got a cameraman called Ben who is helping me film all of these videos, and tonight, yes, I'm going to be staying in there, but Ben doesn't want to cozy up with me, so he's going to be staying in my van. So we've cheated the system and we cooked the rest of the grub inside Mary just because it was taking an absolute age to cook out here. Some Lloyd's Grossman to top it off. Ah, that is a thing made of gods, my friends. Christ, they're all bloody empty. Oh yes. Enjoy yourself.
Cheers, mate.
Dinner is served. Bon appetito. Hopefully it at least keeps me a little bit warm tonight because it's going to be a chilly one in there. Something Gordon Ramsay would be proud of. Or Jamie Oliver. Whoever you fancy more. Well, this is it for tonight. Hopefully I can now remember how to put all of this together and to actually make a bed out of here. It's like Tetris, this, trying to work out how this all goes together. Apparently behind this board here, oh god, if I can get the key in, is a piece of wood that then comes down and slots into place. Oh god, the key's stuck in there. Oh, where do you put it? Where do I put everything? On top, I think. Oh. This is what completes the bed. How? I said I was going to bring you guys weird, wonderful and wacky camping experiences, and this is certainly what that is. Let me show you then exactly how this sets up. So this plank of wood here, which was being held in by the back there, just slots in very nicely onto a couple of pieces of wood either side here, and now you've got the middle part of your bed. The cushions that I've got sitting on top of the teardrop will obviously then scatter all around here and hopefully make a nice comfortable bed. That goes there and that goes there. I feel like I'm one short. I don't really know what you're supposed to do with these. I think these go down the side here. Mate, look at this. This is bloody brilliant. Wow. Oh my God. I hope this is going to be big enough for me. This is what the final setup looks like, and the teardrop is fully in action. I don't know how people bloody do this. Moving one thing from one side to another side. Oh, I'm going for it. I'm coming in. What do you do with your shoes though? If I put them outside, will a fox nab my shoes? Maybe. How the hell do two people stay in here? I do not get it. Oh. I think it's safe to say I'm in my little home for tonight, and I'm absolutely buzzing to experience what it's like sleeping in here. Is that weird? Probably is. Oh, this is the first time I'm lying down in here. I am so mentally exhausted from driving that Moris Minor all day. It takes so much mental energy to concentrate on doing the gears, trying not to break them, doing the clutch, and of course braking. I'll give you a bit more of a tour and show you around the teardrop tomorrow morning. It's quite tight in here, but it feels very cozy, and one thing that I'm quite surprised about, it doesn't feel too cold just yet. You've got 3 windows either side. I'll have to show you guys a proper tour of it tomorrow morning in daylight, but for right now I'm absolutely shattered, so I'm going to head off to bed. And as I've said already, fingers crossed, stay warm and get a good night's sleep. Good morning. There is a lot of moisture in the air in here. I'm absolutely gagging for a piss. So obviously the tour of this isn't going to be very long because it's bloody tiny in here. So the size of this thing, you've got about 4 feet widthways and about 6 feet lengthways. In front of me, they've set this teardrop up for a bit of evening entertainment, especially if the weather's crap outside. It'll be a nice cozy place just to chill out. You've got about a 25 to 30 inch TV. It's got something on the back of it called a Raspberry computer, which apparently is the world's smallest and most powerful computer that you can get. Behind the TV, you've got a very small little storage area, which is brilliant just because when you're in a tiny space like this, you need somewhere to actually store your clothes, your shoes, or whatever the heck it is. So having that added bit of storage is great. They've really kitted this teardrop out because there's USB ports, there's light switches everywhere, there's 12-volt sockets. They've even added a lovely touch of a couple of reading lights. Probably without doubt my favourite feature is not the technology, it's just the bog standard traditional windows that have come with the teardrop. When the guy actually bought the teardrop, all it came with was one light, and then he's kitted the rest out with all of the kind of the modern technology and the details that you can see, and he's done a bloody fantastic job. Height wise, this thing is obviously tiny, and if you're on the shorter side of life or you're a kid, it's going to be a dream. It's going to be good fun to camp in, but I'm pretty much, you know, semi on my knees now, and this is as far up as I could go. Last night's sleep wasn't bad at all in terms of the temperature in here because it's quite well insulated, so I actually stayed relatively warm, especially when you're all cozied up in your duvet. It's time to say goodbye to the teardrop and goodbye to the Moris Minor. It was a hell of an experience staying in that and driving a car from 1969. If you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give the video a like. Please make sure to subscribe. And as always, I will catch you next week for another weird, wonderful, and wacky camping experience. So stupidly, what I've done last night so that I wasn't stolen in the middle of the night and somebody didn't drive off with me in the Teardrop, I've padlocked it, or locked the gear stick in place and the handbrake. But now I'm struggling, of course, to get the flipping key in to actually drive off. Here we go. Turn. Right, let's start her up and get out of it. This new video series is all about experiencing some of the most weird, wonderful, and I know. I'm like, fits exact. It fits all three of those. It's that last sentence. More ticks. Fuck being a presenter, man. That's what it is until I get into it. In this week's video, we've come to a place in the UK. This is what happens when I get to. Yeah. In this week's video, we've come to a place in the UK which is known. In this week's video, we've come to a place in the UK which is known for fake eyelashes